everybody, it's Femtrooper, and today I'm going to be showing you my PS3 pile of shame. So the PS3 was kind of a weird console for me. I really like it. It has some great games on it, but it's kind of when it comes to JRPGs. There's some really good ones, but not the amount that we're seeing on like the PS4 or say the Switch or even like other consoles that were handheld like the 3DS. Like sure, there were some good games on the PS3, but it just wasn't a showcase of JRPGs. Yes, there were some good ones, but it just doesn't have the same amount as, like, say, the Switch does. So, I don't know, it was kind of a dark time for gaming. It's not my personal favorite. I remember getting my PS3, huge moment. It's definitely not my favorite console, but it has some games on there that I really, truly do want to get to. I don't know when, but I was thinking about some of them the other day, and I thought, if they don't get remasters on, like, the Switch, or Switch 2, or PS5, maybe I really do gotta boot up the PS3. So before I get into what those games are, please make sure you're subscribed if you're not. Click like and tell me what PS3 games are just sitting on your shelf that you haven't gotten to yet. Let's start this off with two games that are related. One is sort of in the pile of shame and one is not. So the first one is Final Fantasy 13. Now, I have played this almost to the end. Like, almost. I think I have like maybe 2 bosses left, and it just got ridiculously hard. I don't know. I just completely gave up, and yeah, I didn't complete it. It's not beat. So I feel bad about it because I am one of those people who likes this game. I really like Final Fantasy 13. It's a really good game. I loved the battle system. It was very unique and different. I love the hallways. I truly do. I think the score is one of the best that Final Fantasy has ever seen. Yes, I'm saying that. I just really liked it. I enjoyed the characters. I like Lightning. I really do. I think it's a good game, but I just got to the end. It got so hard. It was one of those bosses where I was like, you know, spending an hour and then dying, and I'm like, okay, I've spent like it's too much. Like I was way over it. So I would like to try it again, whether that's on the PS3 or not. I don't really care which console I beat it on, but I really want to actually beat it. So I'm going to include it on this list because right now it's sort of the only way I have to play it. So I would love if it was ported to, say, the Switch or even the PS5. I would like that. And maybe add a difficulty setting so I can beat it. The next one is Final Fantasy 13-2. Now, I've heard this is really good because it has a time travel aspect, and I've actually never tried it. So I do have it. I can play it anytime. I just need to actually do it, and it looks really, really good. I've heard a lot of the songs from the soundtrack. Seems really cool. You play as Lightning's sister, so that's also really neat because she's not really in 13 at all. So I am, like, actually really excited. I do really like the 13 series, I guess, iteration of Final Fantasy games. I really enjoyed it. I know they get so much hate, but you know what? This one doesn't seem to be getting the same amount of hate as Final Fantasy 13 does. And I find it really funny that we got 3 of these. Like, there's even a 13-3, like Lightning Returns. And it's a game that a lot of people don't like. Like, I feel like if you're gonna make a bunch of sequels, wouldn't you do it with something that people love, like Final Fantasy 9 or something? It's just weird to me. Like, out of all of them that you'd get spin-offs, I do find it odd. I'm happy with it because I like it. But again, just kind of strange. When the PS3 was happening and the IT console, and I had just started my YouTube channel, I was super hyped, talking to people, learning about series, learning about things I didn't know about, and it was really exciting for me, making all these friends, and I was just buying stuff willy-nilly. Like, I was just going to stores and being like, hey, so-and-so mentioned this game, I gotta have it, and it's gonna go in a pickups video. And here we are, like, many years later, and I still have a lot of these just sitting on my shelf that I never actually got around to, because I wasn't as much of a completionist back then. I would just, like, play a game, put it down, play a game, put it down. Now, when I start a game, I see it through, unless I really, really am not enjoying myself, but for the most part, I beat all my games. So here we go. Tales of Grace's F. I have so many Tales games that I have not gotten to yet. And if I'm honest, I haven't found one I love. So I'm happy that I have a bunch of them because I feel like one of them, I'm sure, is going to you know, be a hit with me. But yeah, this one looked really cool. I was excited when it came out and never got to it. So Tales of Grace's F, yep, it's there. I have no idea when I bought this, probably honestly 10 plus years ago, and I bought it just simply because so many people were recommending the Tales series, and it was just, I don't know, I just bought it because I was buying for pickups videos. Terrible. And here is another Tales game. We have Tales of Exilia, or Tales of Exilia, whatever. The good news is that I heard a rumor recently that this may be getting a remaster or a port to modern day consoles. So this isn't even open. I have no connection to this. So if it means there's a new one and I can play it on the Switch or I can play it on the PS5, I would happily play it there. So this one looks really cool. I have to say, I really do like the look of these games, like the way the anime style is. Like, it just looks like a fun time. Now, I've played 2 of them. I still didn't really love them, so part of me is like kind of iffy with Tales, and that's another reason I'm not like dying to start these. So that's part of it. But I am excited to play them one day because I want to be able to be like, I tried it, I liked it, or I tried it, I gave it a chance, didn't like it. So Tales of Exilia is here, and hopefully one day I will get to this. But if it's getting a remaster, that kind of excites me and makes me want that. Here's a game that I'm actually really excited to play. I don't foresee it getting like a remaster report. It doesn't ever get talked about. Seems like a hidden gem. And that is 3D Dot Game Heroes. Now, this is basically like old school Zelda, but everything is like pixelated, kind of like a Dragon Quest Builders look or Minecraft. Like, really kind of unique, and I have put it in, I have, like, tried it. I'm talking, like, 5-10 minutes here, but I have seen it. It looks really cool, and I have to say, out of everything here, this is very unique and not something that I could see getting a port. So I feel like if I am going to play it, I'm going to have to boot up my PS3 and check it out. But I am a big fan of like top-down Zelda. I'm not as into the new ones, so I really think this might actually be for me. And it's really wacky. Like, if you have a sword, it just juts out and it's like everything is like pixels, and I don't know, it kind of looks like Minecraft mixed with Zelda, except I don't think it has like the building elements, although maybe it does. I don't know much about it, but if you've played this, please let me know if it's any good, because it's one of those games that I think is getting rare, and hey, it's by Atlas, which is really cool, and in my opinion means probably quality. So I'm down to check it out, but again, sitting on my shelf for years. And lastly, this is a weird one. It came in some strange pack that has French all over it. I don't even know. I got this at like EB Games years ago. And the reason I bought it is because I wanted a physical copy of Tokyo Jungle. This has been one that I really want to play, but again, I've just been lazy about like booting up the PS3. But it's a really weird post-apocalyptic game where you play as various animals, and you're like a little dog walking around the streets. Like if there were no more people and all the animals were just like, okay. It just seems really interesting, and to be honest, I haven't really looked much into it, but it looks like something I should definitely check out. I bet it's really short. I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out. It's just a really bizarre game. And yeah, this is the strangest physical copy, but that's the way it is. That's what I got. I wanted that instead of a digital file, because that's gross. So yeah, I have this. I want to check it out. I'm going to have like almost like a goal where it's like one PS3 game a year or something, because I just feel like I don't even have the PS3 hooked up. And I wish that I could play these in my PS5, but of course it does not work with PS3 games. Huge bummer, because I was really disappointed that I could not put PS3 games into the PS4. Major, like, annoyance, because it's like, really? There's some PS3 games that are kind of stuck on there, and that's kind of frustrating. So, we'll see. I just wanted to share, because yes, there are some games on my PS3 shelf here that I have not mentioned, that I have not beat, but I'm just going to be honest, it's not happening. I'm not playing them. I just don't even care. Some of them are just like goofy things that I bought. But in terms of like actual, like, I realistically would play, these games. It's the ones I just mentioned. I realistically would give 3D Dot Game Heroes a try. I realistically would give like Tales of Grace's F a try. These are all ones I want to actually get to, so that's why I wanted to share them. So that is my PS3 pile of shame. We all have a pile of shame with whatever console, I'm sure. It's the part of the never-ending backlog that us gamers have. And so yeah, these are all PS3 games that I legitimately do want to play, so I want to hear from you guys on, out of everything I've just named, what actually looks good? Like, what should I focus on? Because I do a game plan every year, and this year I don't think I have room for PS3 games, but next year I might put 1 or 2 on the list and be like, you know what? I gotta tackle a couple PS3 games here. I gotta make it a priority because I just love that sense of completion. I love to be like, hey, I beat that, and like, I have all these games for the reason of playing them, so I don't want to just leave them forever. So tell me, out of everything that I've just named, what do you think I should play first? What's the best? What are your thoughts? I want to know. So please let me know which PS3 game I should realistically play next. And of course, I'll see you guys in my next video.